In this lecture, you will learn about the different types of shots that are used as the art of the language of film. Effectively, shots are like the words of a language, which you will eventually learn how to construct into scenes that make up a video story. Thompson suggests that all shots are subject to 4 elements, which in turn either move or are stationary. These elements consist of the lens, camera, the camera mounting, and the subject being filmed. All lenses consist of an aperture, whether static or adjustable, and lens elements, whether glass or plastic. Some lenses have fixed focal lengths, while others are capable of zooming in and out. Most smartphones, palm corders, compact cameras, and digital SLRs are able to focus, whether automatically or manually, on objects at different focal lengths, which allows a lot of creativity in how the shot is taken. Whether the camera is handheld or on tripod, it can be panned left to right or vice versa, and tilted up or down. Cameras can be mounted on one's shoulder, a tripod, a crane, or a dolly, giving the possibility for the camera to be tracked back or forward, or crabbed left or right. The final element is the subject matter, be it a person, creature, or object, that can have motion and move inside the frame of the camera image. There are effectively 12 types of shots that are used in the grammar of filmmaking. Each can be static or have movement, using a combination of the 4 elements mentioned above. The extreme close-up is not often used, but can provide details of small objects up close, such as an eye, the nib of a pen when writing, or insects that fill the screen. Big close-ups are used to film the entire face, so all features are visible, but the chin and top of the head would be outside the frame composition. A close-up is used to emphasize facial features and is framed so that shoulders are visible, but the top of the head is still cut off. A medium close-up can have the subject facing directly into camera or at a 3/4 profile. The shot provides little headroom for the subject and is framed down between the person's armpit and elbow. The medium shot, also called the mid shot or waist shot, is commonly used due to the flexibility it provides cinematographers. Due to the space it provides in the frame, it also allows for 2 shots when a second person needs to be in frame, such as when a reporter is interviewing. Medium long shots are often used in moving shots when the subject is walking. The camera is framed from just above the subject's knees and allowing for sufficient headroom. If the shot is 3/4 view, then the subject is set off center with appropriate space provided in the direction the subject is walking into. If the subject is static, often they are placed in the center of shot. In a long shot, the subject can still be recognized, even though the whole body, including feet and head, is visible, allowing for headroom. The long shot is often used to establish the scene, providing the subject with flexibility for a wide range of movements. In a very long shot, the subject is the furthest away they can be while still being recognized. This type of shot is also good for crowd scenes. In an extreme long shot, the subject is no longer recognizable. This type of shot is good for setting up the geography of the scene. Westerns often use this type of shot to demonstrate the vastness of the wilderness the lone cowboy is riding through. It is also used where the story is set in a vast metropolis and the people seem like ants in a concrete jungle. The 2 shot contains 2 people, either standing opposite one another in profile or facing the camera. The 2 shot can be set up in a range of variations using a combination with close-ups and medium shots. Another option is the 3 shot, which contains 3 people in a shot. The over-the-shoulder type of shot is a development of the 2 shot. This time the 2 people are facing one another. The camera is positioned so it is looking at one person nearly face on over the shoulder of the second person, whose face is hidden from view. The reverse angle is often a repeat of the over-the-shoulder shot, but from the opposite perspective. You look at one person, then the other, and the angle is reversed. When doing the reverse angle, it is important to remember the 180-degree rule. If you do not follow this rule, then it can appear to your audience that the 2 people are looking in different directions. The angle of the shot can determine if one character is dominant or submissive. A high-angle shot looking down at the character implies the audience is dominant and the character is subservient. With a low-angle shot, the character is more dominant and the audience is subservient. The types of shots we have discussed so far have influenced cinema and television for nearly 100 years. Many students break these conventions in an attempt to be different, but as they do not fully understand why the conventions are there in the first place, their work can seem often clumsy. It is worth experimenting with these types of shots so that their purpose can be understood. It is about understanding what you want to film and how to edit these sequences together that will make your filming more efficient and creative. In this lecture, we have looked at 12 types of shots that are often used to create a story in a film or video production. Effectively, these are the building blocks used in a similar way that language uses letters to form words and words to form sentences. We just have to learn the grammar and syntax necessary to understand the language. In this exercise, use your mobile or camera to film a series of shots that have been discussed above. Then compare the shots with your favorite television program, news report, or documentary. In a journal, write down how you think your shots compare to those produced on professional television. Consider how well they have been composed. Are they in focus? What about the lighting? Discuss in your journal what you do not like about the television shots and how you might do them differently. What is important to remember is that you have probably watched a lot of television, film, and videos from quite a young age, so you are actually already familiar with the codes and conventions used, even if you have not thought about it.